under
Hmm.
the general tab. So
Hmm.
in the last one of all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to know, like, the incumbent FTE which is talking about, is it taking from the job information?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, employees FT is 1 and job information. Position FT is 1 position. So now today it is 1 and 1. So here the to be head status is set to no.
Okay.
Set to no because this is filled. Now what if we go and change the FTE to 0.5 here? Position FT is 1, but employees FT is changed to 0.5. Do you want this to be changed to be head status to yes? Because there is a 0.5 FTE is still available.
Okay, but so will it not go in position and update the FTE to 0.5?
No, FTE won't update on the position.
Okay.
Position FTE remains same 1. Only the status will no. Do you if you say I want status to be changed, then it will go and change it to be head status to yes instead of no. This will be changed. FTE won't sync between job and position.
Okay, okay. So the FTE which is there in job information is specific to employee.
Employee, yeah.
Okay. And also, when you on termination screen from
Hmm.
what are the custom field and double long and all those custom elements we can use to make changes in the termination screen. Like,
No, I didn't get you.
okay, so how to make the changes on termination screen if we want to
Oh,
add some field or
manage business configuration. Okay. So here you go to employment information. Under employment information, you'll find all of these fields. Yeah. So here, termination date. Okay. Okay to rehire. Payroll end date. So regret termination. So these are the fields that we use in termination.
yes.
Now you want to add a custom field into the termination, you need to add them here. So there is a particular sequence that we have to use. I think it is custom 4250 what you have to use there,
Yeah.
these fields.
So, yeah. So, when is it like only for this particular termination screen we have some specific custom string and custom long and all this stuff, or for some other thing also we have to maintain like this specifically to some uh, specific custom number?
No, I didn't get you. Can you come again? Only for
Yeah.
termination?
Like termination, we have some specific number in
Yeah,
custom
because
string, custom long.
termination is part of your employment information. So which fields to show up in the termination portlet and which fields to show up in the employment details. So that's why we use this one. Custom field separately for termination and separately for employment details.
So in case we want to add any field in, say, personal information or any maybe say comp information, so there we do not have
There we
to
don't
make
have
any
any
specific
restriction. We
choice,
can
right?
use, yeah,
Okay,
we can use any fields.
any field. So what if by mistake we use these field which are specific to termination for some
The,
other?
they will show up in the termination portlet instead of in the employment details.
Okay, okay. So do you remember the numbers, Venu? Or we can check it in implementation guide.
Yeah, you can check an implementation guide, but yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. And what is this double long used for? Double long, and there are other things also. Custom string, I understood, but
Uh, double fields, we can use it for this one. What do you call decimals?
decimals.
Yeah, double, you can use it for decimals.
Okay.
Long, you can use it for the text fields. For if you want to use a decimal field, you can go and use double field.
Okay, Venu. So, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you, Venu.
Okay.
Venu, can we do that sync today? System sync,
Yes.
which you,
Yes.
okay.
We'll do that. Any other doubts, others? No. Yes or no? That's
No, 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 no.
okay. Like, give me 1 minute. So I'll write it down here. For custom fields that you want to show in termination portlet, we use custom string 16 to 20 and 81 to 100. You can use this. These are your fields, which can be used for termination. Okay. Dates, same thing. If you want to use a date, then I think it is 6 to 20. Custom date is 6 to 20 and 66 to 90. So these fields can be used. Similarly, long 11 to 20. Double also 11 to 20. Only for specific to termination. Okay. Then rest of them, like custom string 1 to 15 is used for employment details. And then 21 to 80 also employment details. Dates 1 to 5 is employment details. Then 21 to 65 is employment details. Clear?
Okay, Venu. Yeah, clear.
Yeah. You try to add a field. If you add a field with custom string 16, 17, 18, it will show up in the termination portlet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now let's go to termination portlet. Sorry. What is that? Oh, we have it here. Let me go here. I've opened here. Now, instance synchronization. Okay. For instance synchronization, okay. Firstly, we need the source system and target system. So what is source and what is target? If you are moving from dev to quality, dev is your source, quality is your target. And if you are moving data from quality to production, then quality is source and production is the target. So always you need to pair these instances. The pairing is to be done between dev and quality and production. Okay, dev and quality and production. So here, if you want to pair the instance, if you want to move configuration from dev to quality, the pairing should be done in development. And quality to production, the pairing is to be done in the quality. Okay, so all of this instance synchronization will be done from instance synchronization wizard. You go to instance synchronization wizard. Under instance synchronization wizard, you have configuration copy and full copy. Full copy instance refresh, this you need to create a ticket with SAP. SAP would be doing this. Now if you now go for full copy, entire data, whatever employee data that we have, each and every record, if you have, now for one employee you have 10 records in job information, all of those 10 records will be moved to the target system. So entire data will be moved to your target system. So SAP would be doing that. So that's why it is disabled here. Okay, configuration copy, click next. You select configuration copy and next. Now it says there is no pairing request from the source system. So since this is a demo instance, we don't have any pairing. If you want to pair, so you need to have one more system. So let me go and see the pairing part. Launch the instance synchronization wizard. You see here, if you have pairing, it shows up the data center here. In the drop down, it shows up the data center. Once you select the data center, it opens up the target instance. Once you select the target instance environment, you'll see the instance ID as well. Since we don't have any pairing, it is not showing up anything. Let me go and add a pairing. Okay, so demo 8. I have one more instance which is DC8. So let me go DC8. Where is this? $11.55, 32, 50, 12. Is it 20? Okay, it is not available. I think. Let me go here. Let me pair the other way. Next. Go to instance synchronization wizard. Data center is 57. I know that. And then it is sales demo. So here, if you see, you have preview, production, and sales demo. Now the one what I am pairing is sales demo. Preview and production will only for the customers. So if I go check the company ID, this is my company ID. So just add the company ID. Say generate token. Now once you click on generate token, a token will be available in the target instance. So here you go refresh your instance synchronization wizard screen. You'll find the token here. Let me go back. You see here, select the source instance to copy the authentication token number. Now, just select this copy token. Okay. Now the token is copied in the source system. You go click here to verify the token and add that token here. Just Control V. Validate. Now this is added. This is added. Okay. So if I go to instance pair, the pairing is done. So if you go and see your target instance data center, you'll find the data center here. And because we have paid with the sales demo, yes, and the target instance is this one, 61678. Okay. Now from this instance, we can move all of this configuration, foundation data related configuration, home page configuration, MDF data. So this is all your MDF data. Now I want to move a company. So let's say I go to company, legal entity or company. This one. Okay. Foundation object. Also I want to move maybe pay component. Okay. I want to move pay component because others they have dependencies. I'm not selecting it anything here. I'll just select a pay component, then company. So whatever that you want to move, the business rules or the configuration UI, custom objects that you have created, those things can also be selected, like your groups or no permission roles, MDF rules that you have created. Let's say I want to add the rule as well. Object definition is the custom objects that you have created, or MDF objects, the standard MDF objects if you have made changes. Let's say department you have done some change, association change, or division you have made some, added some fields. So if you want to move those objects, you select those objects first and then say start. Now I have selected legal entity, company, pay component and rules. So these three will be moved. Now what all companies or what all pay components MDF rule, that we'll have to select. Now these objects contains some fields which are dependent. Okay, so it is asking us to select all dependencies if you want to have, or if you want to continue with only with these objects, you can say continue as is. Give the name as test sync. Okay, username. Now the target system username. Now in this instance, the person should have access to create legal entity, create company, or create rule. Then only system will go update, because when you move the configuration from source to target system, system will update the timestamp with the target user, with the target username. So this person should have access to create rules there. Then only your configuration will be moved. Next, now it will validate here. When you click on next, it will validate whether this user exists in the target system, and if exists, whether that person has got the permission to configure the data or not. Okay, now first is MDF rules. Now system has changed the sequence. First is it is showing you the MDF rules. Now it will show all the MDF rules here. Okay, there are around 51 pages. Now you can also go select 150 business rules in page. These are all business rules. Now I want to move all the business rules which are modified the last maybe from the beginning of the month, or from last month. If you want to move, then select last modified date. Or if you know what business rule you want to move, just say external code, give the external code of that business rule. Or you want to see who has created it. Let's say I have created with my ID, so give that ID and search. Okay, now I'm searching with last modified data as 11.1. So these are the business rules which are created by some users. So let's say I want to use this one. Okay, say next. You can select multiple or you can select only one. Do you want to override the existing MDF rules? Now, if the business rule exists in the target system also, do you want to override it? Sometimes what happens is, in the support, okay, we have the business rule both in development and production, but we have made some changes in the development. Okay, now this change is to be moved to production. So there, in that case, business rule exists in the production system as well. So we want to overwrite the one what we have in the production. So you'll choose here yes. Say next. Then it moves to pay component. What pay components you want to move? Okay, I'll select some, maybe search criteria. You can go search which are created from last month. Search. Okay. Same thing. Only these things. Let's say I will copy this. It says exist at the target. No. Okay. This one exists in the target. Or let's say I want to move this. Okay, fine. Anything. Next is your MDF data legal entity. Which company you want to move? I want to move something with 000. If we have that. We have 7700. Okay. Now I want to move this. Say next. So you have copied one business rule, you have copied foundation object, then you have copied, you have selected MDF data. You have option run sync now and test sync. It is similar to your validation. Validate, well, importing you have validate option, right? Validate and the actual run. So you have run sync, which will update or which will move the data into the target system. Or if it is test sync, first I want to see what happens in the test mode. So just click on test sync, confirm test mode. It will take you to the monitor tool, instant synchronization monitor tool. You search for your, now this is the test sync. It is ready. Yes, it is in progress. Now you can go details and see what is happening, how many objects are moved. Here you can keep refreshing. Now MDF data legal entity is failed. Okay, let's see. It will give you update. Rules, yes, it will move. This one, foundation object, it can be moved. MDF data legal entity, it is failed. Now you go click on download report. It will show you why it is failing. Maybe there are some dependent fields which are not available in the target system. So it fails. Okay. See here, cannot find the field _pay grade in the object pay group. This field is not existing in the target system. There is a in company, we have a custom field called _pay grade in MDF object in legal entity. So it is not available in the target system. So that's why it is not moving. Other two will move. Now you go here to the object and say, select this option, and you have run sync now option. You click run sync now, username target, this is fine. Confirm synchronization. The new job ID is 203, this one. This is ready. In progress. See, MDF rule is moved. This is the MDF rule, right? Let me copy this MDF rule. And I'm searching in the target system, configure business rules. This is my target system which I have moved to. And search for business rule. Yes, you see here this one. This is moved last modified by announcing SF admin because you have selected this as the target user. You click on it, it opens up the business rule, and you can see when was the business rule copied. Okay, somebody must have written this shift roster work schedule of November 18th, which is moved today. Clear? Same thing. MDF rules is done. Foundation object also. KVR PC 001. You go here, manage org pay. Go to pay component. Okay, this one. And this is the pay component which is added. Clear? Any doubts on instant synchronization?
Whenever
Now,
there a sequence we need to follow.
yes. We have to follow like, let me show you. There must be a sequence. I just opened it. And this is the sequence what you have to follow. First, always the custom objects. Now, if it is your implementation, then always go with the custom objects. Okay, custom objects, and then data models. Pick list, if you have made any changes in the pick list, you can go with the
We lost your voice. Hello?
pick list, or you can upload if you have not created a pick list, or if you have not added any changes to the pick list. Workflow groups Okay.
Hello, Venu, can you please repeat it? We lost your voice. We are not understanding.
No, it should be in this sequence. Like first one is your custom objects or the MDF objects. If you have made any changes to the MDF objects, or if you have created any custom MDF objects or generic objects, you first move those objects. Then comes your data models. Now data models, you can start off either you can sync the data models from through instance synchronization, or best best is to upload it in the provisioning. If you have provisioning access, I'll go and upload it in the provisioning. Okay. Or if you want to sync, then you can use instance synchronization. Then your pick list, if you have made any changes or added any new pick list, then you add pick list. Otherwise, this step you can exclude, add or upload only the standard pick list. Then comes your workflow rules, like dynamic roles that you have created, and the workflow groups that you have created, your events and workflows, and then your business rules, because in the business rules, you'll be using the fields. If you have written a business rule on any of the custom fields or any of the standard fields, if that field is not available in the target system, it won't move. That's why we are moving first data model and then going with business rules. Now, then your RP roles and groups. Because once you move all of these objects like MDF data and all, then you can go and add the RBP roles. Because RBP roles and groups, you might have used the employees, maybe a location or a particular department or particular division. You must have used those groups. So you add those RBP roles and groups. And then comes your people profile and homepage changes. People profile can also be exported or exported and imported, or you can also move it through instance synchronization. Now, if you don't want to do any of these things through instance synchronization, then you have options like data models, pick lists, you can upload. Data models, you can upload in the provisioning. MDF custom objects, pick lists, your workflow groups, all of these things can be imported and exported. You export from your source system and upload it in the target system. Okay.
Okay, so after these MDF custom objects, we need to upload MDF objects also, right? The standard ones,
Yeah,
or
both standard and custom here.
okay,
If you now standard, why I have not written here standard is standard. If you have not modified any standard objects, then you don't have to include. But if you have modified maybe associations or maybe added some fields, then you include your MDF objects as well. Okay.
hmm. So custom MDF means that entirely a new custom MDF, or even the existing one if we have made some minor changes
No.
in adding.
Now here they said only custom objects, because standard it is same in all the systems. Division, department, these objects exist in the source and the target. If you have not made any changes, then you don't have to move them. If you have added them, then you can include the standard objects as well here. I'll call it here instead of custom, then I'll say standard or custom.
So standard ones only those in which we have made some changes. Otherwise, there is no need of syncing it, right?
Yeah, not required.
And also, is it like so we have to synchronize it one by one? Like first we'll take MDF and then we'll create another pairing for data
Hmm.
models, like that,
Always,
right?
yeah. Here we have the sync name, right? So whatever
Yes.
objects that you have ready, if you want to move all of them together, you can do that. Okay.
Okay.
Or if you want to move one by one, so that you have a different sync ID and the sync name, so that you have the reference, what all you have moved when you have moved. Now, tomorrow, if you want to modify the same, now if I want to modify this one, if I want to include more pay components, or if you want to re-execute the same thing, you can always go to instance synchronization wizard again. You go to instance synchronization monitor tool, sync packages, manage sync packages. Now we have created a test sync, right? The test more
Venu, we lost your voice.
Yeah. It's there. Now see here, the testing what we have created here. Okay, this one, if you want to change, you can include more objects or similar. See here, it allows you
Okay.
to select more components again into the same sync package.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So we can do it separately. That would be like easier in long
Yes.
run if you want to add or
Yes.
take off something. And also, but can we include everything in one go also, or no? We have to follow this
Yes.
sequence.
We can also have everything in one go.
Okay.
So here
And
itself, if you want to include foundation objects, you want to include MDF objects, you want to include rules, data models, yes, you can do that as well. See here, go include data models, you go include workflows. You can include all of them.
so when if we can do that way, then why we need to follow a sequence?
Why we need to follow a sequence? Now, it is not necessary that every time you will be selecting all of these objects, right? Somebody might go with one object at a time. I want to go and see first data model and see. Now, if you add all of the objects, what happens if you have 100 objects to be moved? Maybe it takes 1 hour to complete that sync. If you are moving only 10 objects, so it might take only 5 minutes, right? So you move first 5 objects, and then you keep another sync and then validate those 5 objects what you have moved first,
Okay.
rather than waiting for 1 hour and then see some surprises like, no, this is not moved because of this issue, this is not moved because of this issue.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Venu, can we reverse what we have moved?
No, reverse is not available.
If something
Reverse,
goes wrong,
what do you mean by something goes wrong?
like we wanted to move, let's say 10 business rules, but unfortunately, like 20 business rules has been moved in, and we don't
No.
want those settings to be there.
Mhm.
In SAP, is like
No.
we reverse the TR, and it
No.
will be has.
No. You need to create a ticket with SAP asking them to refresh the instance. You need to give them, let's say, today you have all the updates. Okay, yesterday there were no updates or there were no objects which you have moved. Now ask them to set up the system to yesterday's setup.
But
They'll
there
do
is
it.
no process of reversion.
No, you go and delete it if you don't want.
Yeah, that is there always. But let's say n number of objects are there. How many you will delete,
Mm.
right?
No,
If
now as of
it
now we
is
don't have. No, you don't have a reverse option in this sync.
okay.
When with business rules, we can delete it
See,
from target also, right? There's an option to
yes,
delete
target.
whatever we don't want.
Yes, yeah, target also. But what happens is whenever you do the business rules, you first what you're doing is you create business rule and then assign business rule, right?
Yes.
Now, if you want to delete a business rule, don't go and directly delete the business rule. First, go unassign this business rule from the object. Then you go and delete the business rule. Now, if you delete the business rule without unassigning the business rule from object, so when you open this object, it will give you error. It won't allow you to open the record. Now, it will always give you error saying that missing a rule,
Okay.
because that is already attached to the object. So system will go and look for that business rule, and that business rule is not there in the system. So you'll not be able to open the object itself. The complete job information or comp information, it won't open that object.
Okay, Venu.
Okay.
And Venu, one more question. Like we upload the data model
Hmm.
through provisioning. So in the same way, picklist also we upload
Pick
because
list, you will find it in the MDF data itself. Import and export data. Import and export data. You can also upload, sorry, I think this one.
No, for the first time, for the first time,
Yeah,
if we are
even for
starting
the
an,
first time. Yeah, for the complete set, when you download the data models, along with the data models, you'll also have the pick list. Okay,
oh,
so those pick
okay,
lists also you need to upload it into the system. Again, you will be uploading it here. Import data. What you want to upload? Pick list values. Go upload pick list values. Okay.
yeah.
Any other doubts before we move to a different topic?
Okay, as you said that when we upload the data model in the provisioning, so along with that pick list comes, right? So in the same way, if we'll be uploading the data model to the target system, so pick list should also come there, right?
When I say when you download this from the uh, files that you are doing it from Learning Hub. Now, earlier it was there in the Partner Edge also. Now I don't see that option in the Partner Edge, but Learning Hub, you have all the bunch of imports that can be done in the initial setup. Okay, that includes the pick list. Now, pick list, again, it is not dependent on your data model.
Okay. Okay. So it is better to upload a fresh data model. It is better to take it from the development, right? Because whatever changes we have
Yes.
made in the data model, that will also
Yes.
be there, along
Yeah.
with the modified pick list or the new pick
Yes.
list which we have made.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Now, let's look at a different topic. Now, on the home page or when you log into the instance, you have the login page where you enter your username and password. Okay. And after logging into the system, you see the instance here. Now, the instance, what you see, these features will remain same for all the customers. Okay, it's only that whether it is enabled or not. Okay, so that will vary. But otherwise, the first time when you log into the instance, you will see the similar page. Okay, later, depending on your customer's choice, you may have to do the branding also. Like you need to upload the logo, your customer's logo. You need to change the background. Now, this is header. Okay, and this picture, this is the common picture for every customer across the globe. But again, the system allows you to have your own image. If you want to have your own image, your customer want to have their own image with their uh, company setup, then we can do that as well. This can be modified, or the background can be modified. All of these styles, colors can be modified. Or some tiles, if you some quick actions which are not relevant to your customer, if they don't want to see, like request time off or no anything related to time off, if time off is not implemented for them. So if you want to remove those things, or if you want to add some custom tiles here, you see these are the tiles what you see. But if you want to remove or add some custom tiles, so you can also do that. Now, all the custom tiles can be added under organizational updates. Like, why do we need to add a custom tile? Maybe if your customer is using multiple applications, success factors for their HR, ESS, MSS, but they're using some time application, a different time application, okay, or a different PMGM application or different, reporting system. If they want to, access that application, maybe they have to go to a new window. Again, if they have bookmarked or if they want to open it, they have to key in the URL and then log into the instance. So instead of doing that, you can give a tile here. Okay, and they can access that from here. Now they click on it, it takes you to that particular application. Now it is now making the end user's life easy. So instead of going, adding a new tab, opening a new URL and then logging in, you can give directly the access from the SuccessFactors application itself. It can be both internal applications like career pages of the company, or the external applications of that company. So all of those things can be also be done. These things can be done from manage homepage. You go to manage homepage. Now earlier we used to do all of this setup in one single page, but now we have two things: manage homepage, where you do the setup for the latest homepage, and then we also have theme manager, where you set up the colors, themes, branding, and all. We do it in the theme manager. Now you go to manage homepage. You see here banner image. Whatever image that you see on the home page, that's this image. If you want to change, you can go upload a new banner image. Okay, upload. Let's say I want to use this picture. Again, that should have the similar resolution. Okay, so this is changed. Save. Okay. Go here, home page. It shows up your image now, your own image. Okay, so again, size is same. You cannot modify the size. Size will always remain the same size. I'll just default, use the default again back. Okay, that's on your banner image. And then you have quick actions. Whatever actions that you see here, these actions, if you want to enable or disable, you can do it from here. You don't want to show request time off or request feedback. Save. Okay. Request time off will not show up here. Okay, that is gone. Request time off is gone. Okay. So you can enable, disable your quick actions. Similarly, you can add your some actions as your favorites here. Okay, you can add some of your actions as a favorite actions. Then important one is your organizational updates. Any additional tiles that you want to configure, or whatever tiles that you see here. Now these are dynamic. For you today, what you see here, these are dynamic. Okay, this will show up based on the actions that you have to do. Maybe some approvals that you have to do, or maybe some birthdays, anniversaries, that will show. Now these will show up if there is any action that you have to do. Otherwise, you will not see this complete section. These are dynamic. You will see the organizational updates. You go here, organizational default folder. You have one default folder. You see these are the all of them under organization details. Okay, maybe some of them are not relevant, so they are not showing up. If you want to add your own card, you can go add your card. Or if you want to have your own folder within organizational updates, you go add a new folder. Okay, so what is the name that you want to add? Let's say Wipro. Do you want to show it for everybody? Let's say everyone. Save. You see here a Wipro section. You can also move up and down. Okay. You don't have any cards here. Now you want to add a card here. Just go add card. Now let me open Wipro Careers. How do you copy this? Let me copy this URL. Okay. I want to have this one here. Card name. What is the card name? Say Wipro Careers. I want to open the Wipro Careers in my custom card. Next. Graphic. Now the size would be this one. You see this size. Or if you want a smaller size, you can also use graphic small. It will show up in this way. Or if it is icon, then you can also have icon in the same size. Graphic large, you can add a picture as well. What is the title that you want to show? Wipro. This title will show up here. Internal career portal. Okay. And if you want to have your picture, you can add the picture as well. I think it is too big. Let me do one thing. Okay. Next, the tile what you're creating, is it a popover? Popover means when you click on the tile, it just opens up, pops up the message. You can read, or you can go through that message. Or if you want to have a URL to be opened, you can add a URL. Or if you want an email, or if you just want to have a box kind of thing, you can do that. Or if a JavaScript URL, you can also add that. So I want to add a URL. If it is a rule based, like I want to show for some employees or some divisions or some departments, if it is rule based, you can go add the rule. Or if it is without any rule, just add that here. You will also have no option of assigning this portlet to a particular group of employees. Open link in new tab. If you select this option, when you click on it, it opens up in the new window. Or if you don't select this, it opens up on the same page. Next, target group for everyone or particular roles and groups. Okay, for now I'll choose everyone. Whether you want to show it for always or only on a certain dates. Maybe some information which you want to show it for your employees on certain days, like starting from today till next weekend or till this month end. You can go add those date ranges and base date start dates. Save. Okay. Now you have Wipro careers here. Just add it into this portlet. And where is that Wipro careers? Cancel it. Let me do one thing. Save it. Okay. Now you go back, refresh this page. Add it into this one. Maybe this is designed for only external ones. And yeah, go refresh this page. Organizational updates. Under org updates, you have Wipro section, which shows up this page with style what you have created. You click on this style. I'll just delete this. You click on this style. It opens up the Wipro careers page. Now you want to have the URL or just a pop-up that you can manage. You know, you want to have only some content to be displayed. Okay. I'll just copy the content. You can also change that URL if you want to give a popover where you want to add some title text. Okay. Just add this. You can add this color. Add some content there. Okay, just save it. Now if it is just a popover, and when you click on the tile, it shows you that information. I think it is not yet refreshed. So let me log out and log in back. Okay, so it just pop. This is pop-up. Okay. It just gives you the message, whatever message that you have. You can have deep links. You can have hyperlinks. You can add some pictures. Clear on homepage settings.
Venu,
Hmm.
by using these styles, so we can configure
Hmm.
Fury links, SAP links. These
Yes.
links also we can configure in SuccessFactors, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Which means any other system also we can integrate like this, if I'm not
Yes.
wrong.
Now you're not. See, it will take you to that particular page. But if you have again
Yeah, yeah,
login,
yeah.
there it will have
Hmm.
to log in. Or if it is generally, if you have SSO, then you don't have to log in again. Just give that link. System opens up your
It will automatic. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now the themes part, like what the colors and all, if you want to change logo, you want to change on the login page, you want to change, then you need to go to theme manager. You go to theme manager. SuccessFactors gives you some standard themes. Okay. So these are all the standard themes. Whatever you see here, these are standard themes. Now you can use the standard themes, modify the standard theme and use the same theme, or you can also create your own theme. You go to create new theme. Most of the times, even in the real times, what you do, you will not create a theme from scratch, because if you have not maintained something, it might show differently. So always use the existing themes. Any of these themes can be copied. Okay. Now you see some of them are locked. These are locked. These themes are locked, and these are not locked. You can modify them. You can use only these themes. You can modify and use these themes. By default, you'll have one theme for all employees, or if you want to have themes based on a divisions or business units, then you need to enable them here. Let's say this is the default theme, SAP Village Deep. Okay, but I want a separate theme for my employees. Then you go select for your employees. Now these two division employees, you will find NGD white background, this theme. And you want to copy this theme, then just go to duplicate. I'll not be going through each and every minute details like buttons, tables and all. I'll just show you how to change where to add. Again, I recommend not to changing all the themes because others also uses the same instance. So don't make any changes. If you want to try the themes, you can try, you can create, just see how it appears and then you can remove. Okay. Now, most of the themes, most of the designs or the branding part, it is done in the fine tune. 90% of all your themes, all your branding part is done in the fine tune. Now, this is your background, like how it shows up. Okay, this is the preview. Background first is background. If you go see your texture image, you can have the URL or you can have your you can upload an image as well, or if you don't want any image, you can just remove no image. Now you want to have a texture image, then you'll have to select from the drop down. Let's say I want to have metallic dark. Okay, that is the background is changing here. Okay, here the background changes. Or if it is a particular image, you go select the image. This is for the background. If you have your own image, So I want my image here. Upload. Background of the picture, background of your instance will be changed to this background. Header background is this part, what you see here, this one. If you change the header, let's say I want to have solid color. Which color you want to have? Okay, employee. You'll see this color. Okay, or if you want to have your own image, you can also upload an image here. And then logo. Logo can be onto the right hand side, left hand side, or onto the center of the page. You can change the logo here. Upload a logo. Default logo what you have in the company system and logo settings, you will be uploading the logo. If you want to use that, you say use default logo. Or if you want to upload your own logo, you can upload your logo. Where do you want to show? You can say left, center, right, so on. Logo width, how much size you want to have. Auto, select auto because it won't shrink the picture what you're loading. Okay. And then when you landing page also, if you want to use the same theme, okay, use the same thing here. Module picker, you see this one, this is your module picker. When you mouse over, you see one color, okay, and the text is in different color. So you can adjust that. Label text color where it is default, when it is mouse over, when it is active, background color when it is active, background color when it is mouse over. So you can change these things. Okay, so here you can see if you go and mouse over, it will show up. And similarly, you see this style. Now, if you go and look at the tables, like in the employee profile, if you see employees records, education details, if you have 4 or 5 records, okay, it will show up in this way as a table. Okay, so you have the table header, text on the table headers, text on the actual cells. So all of these things you'll find it in the tables. And select here tables. Okay. Primary buttons like save, cancel, you have these buttons, right? You can change them here, primary buttons. Text color, border color, and so on. Home page, you can also change the home page, the latest home page. Okay. And the tiles, what you see there. Okay. If you want to have a different color, you can change that as well. Login styles, on the login also, if you want to use the same theme, what you have made it here, you can select that theme as well. Upload, or if you want to have a different image, you go upload again. I'm using the same one because I only have this one. You can also have a different picture. If it is small, if the picture is small, you see here, this is the big picture. So it is showing all over the page, the background. Okay. If the picture is small, it will be repeated. If I don't want it to be repeated, I just want to have only picture into the center of the page. You go maintain it center. Okay. And the background color, if you don't have picture, what should be the background color? You can choose a background color as well. Login logo, login button colors, these things. Now, once you do all of these themes, you can export the theme. You don't have to do the theme again in your target system. Themes cannot be synced using instant synchronization. So you have to go to theme sharing, just export this theme and then import theme. You have to export and import the theme. So just go to preview login, it shows up what changes you have made. Now you see here, your login page looks like this. You'll have to clear the cache and see. Always when you make some changes in the themes, you always go clear the cache. That's because of the browser cache issues. You go clear the cache and see. Okay. Any doubts here on themes? Yes, no.
How to clear the cache, I don't know.
Browser cache is simple. If you are using Chrome, you go settings, just search for cache, then clear browsing history and cookies and cache here.
Okay.
I think Control K or Control L or something will also show you. Okay.
Yeah. And
So we'll go ahead.
yeah, there was a session for you which you said those are derived dynamically. So can you show that also? How to
Which
derive
one?
those?
This
These
one?
are for you today. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Any.
you don't. No, you don't have to do anything. Now here, why do I see Wipro transfer here? Because there is some action that I have to do. Now I don't want if I take action on this, it won't show up. Now if I withdraw this style won't show
Okay.
up.
So that is dynamic. So
You
that
don't.
is like
That is
standard.
dynamic. Yeah, yeah, standard. You see that won't
Okay.
show up. Now if you have some action, there is someone's birthday this month, so it is showing up.
Okay.
Okay. Now you don't want to see this one. Say dismiss. I don't want to see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Vinu. Got it.
It's gone. So we'll stop it here for today and we'll connect on Monday. Monday will be our last session. We only have small topics like reporting and then text replacement, password policy, login settings, action search and all small topics. That will be covering on Monday.
Okay.
When
Vinu,
is
one
time
more
off
question.
part of this?
Yeah, you
Sorry?
please go.
Time off.
Hmm. Time off? No, we are not covering time off. If you want to learn time off, it takes almost 15 to 20 days to have the complete
Okay.
time off. Now, whatever topics, whatever course content that we have shared in the initial classes, will be covering all of those things. These ones. We have these things left. This is covered today. This will be covering it tomorrow.
Vinu, if we have to practice instance synchronization, so like, would you be
Will
providing
not
us
be.
with?
No, we will not be
Okay.
able to do that. No.
Okay.
So you can go and just see. Instant synchronization is available there. So, but you can just go through what all can be moved, and see whether everything is being moved or not. But you'll not be
Okay.
able to log into the other instance and see if it is copied. So
Okay.
it was not in the content earlier, but people have been asking this because that's useful for everyone who get into job. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
the
I've
basic
included
question they
here
ask.
and yeah. So
And
yeah.
also, when they ask about single sign-off in the interview, so is it like the SF?
Single sign-on, you will not be doing anything on the single sign-on from our side. It will be completely taken care by your IT team. So whatever for single sign-on, now we are using something called identity services, which you need to enable. Now, going forward, SuccessFactors would be supporting only IAS or IPS, something called identity authentication service or identity platform. Something is there, IAS and IPS. Okay, so that you need to update from the upgrade center. Once you do that, now the entire setup will be done by your IT team using admin console, something called admin console, where they manage all of these instances, how to log in and all. So who should be logging in, whether you want to have multi-factor authentication or not. Okay, or if you're if you're using VPN, it has to go through the VPN. That setup is completely done by your IT team. And there are some provisioning settings, like you need to enable single sign-on in the provisioning. Those things also mostly done by, you need to give IP address and all that your IT team will be looking after.
Okay.
You need
So
to have
why,
the technical knowledge.
yeah,
Yeah,
why they ask in the interview like, have you worked on single sign-on if it is not a job of the consultant? Like,
they ask you if if you have if you have got a chance to see how this functions. That's it.
okay,
There's
okay,
nothing in instance that you do here.
okay,
In the instance, you don't do anything for the instancing, yeah, the SSO settings,
okay,
except from the upgrade center if they are using IAS. If they are using IAS, if it only through Azure or something else, then they'll be doing it through IT only.
okay. And we
You
need
can
to
always say
activate
that
it.
your IT team has taken care of it.
Okay, okay, Venu.
Yes.
Thank you, Venu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. HF, bye. Thank you. Have a
Bye-bye.
great
Good.
weekend.
Thank you, and
Good
same to you,
night.
Venu.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye bye.